True story. We were going to record this episode last week and we got 5 pages in and then had to go on an hour's worth of research because this is the issue that things just get screwy. There are errors. Infinity Gauntlet, the Saga gets, we're going to just buckle up. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
It's going to be a bumpy one.
Ryan, what are we covering today and where does it fit in the order for our Infinity Gauntlet coverage?
Those are two extremely different questions. We are covering Silver Surfer issue number 55. That's the easy one. The second question...
And first off, that cover is freaking awesome. Thanos.
I wrote it down in my notes. This cover means business.
That's right.
As far as the where does this issue fit in the timeline question goes, however, that is much more up in the air and up for debate. This issue is a little weird.
From what we can tell, this issue takes place between the issues number 4 of the Infinity Gauntlet. So let's do a quick little reminder. What happened? All of our heroes are dead.
That's basically what happened in issue 4.
Okay. Silver Surfer, at the end of Infinity Gauntlet issue 4, tries to get the gauntlet. He tries to swoop in, all sneaky snake-like.
Yep, we broke down this issue as a countdown kind of the 10 coolest ways that Thanos dispatched the Avengers, but he took them all out. And at the end, Silver Surfer tries to swoop in and snatch the gauntlet off Thanos' hand. Doesn't work.
As he slaps away Captain America. Okay, doesn't take him out. We don't know if Captain's dead, but we know that he gets taken out. This issue takes place moments before Silver Surfer enters the play.
Right. It starts off with Silver Surfer and Adam Warlock at their they're watching the battle take place from a far distance.
Silver Surfer's antsy, man.
He's ready to go. He doesn't like being kept out of the fight this whole time. And
he's like, oh, all right. Warlock, can we do it now? Like, let me in. And then you got Warlock who's like, listen here.
Hold your horses.
Calmate. Bring it down.
See.
Just wait. Wait a second. He actually has a panel where he like calms Silver Surfer down. Silver Surfer's like, okay. All right.
Fine. Whatever you say, bro.
Hurry up, man. We gotta freaking go. Everybody's dying. Let's go. Let's go. And then they enter the play.
Yep. That's what happens.
It's just like, slow down, man.
Yeah.
Okay, but we gotta go, right?
Pacing's a little back and
It's
forth.
weird, but he's like, no, we gotta go. We gotta go. So they go.
They arrive.
And then everything gets screwy.
And the first thing they see when they show up is everyone dead, which at first glance is exactly how you remember it going
That's a
down
problem.
From Infinity Gauntlet issue 4.
Whoa. Back it up.
Everyone's dead.
Wait, okay, hold up. Silver Surfer doesn't go in for the half-court shot here.
No, because I thought Silver Surfer swooped in and tried to grab the gauntlet off Thanos' hand.
Nope, we got our first problem.
That's a problem.
That's a problem. Okay, so that's the first issue of this book. But when we see Silver Surfer enter play, we have yet another problem. Our heroes. And by the way, hit that like button. I haven't asked the community to do that. People will forget. I know they get mad if I ask. I'm not going to ask as much, but I got to ask one time in the video.
I'm forgetful.
Because no one will do the like button. I forget.
It's easy. It's a little thumbs up.
And so subscribe if you haven't, joined us before. You're new to the channel. But Silver Surfer sees all of our heroes dead, and this is not right.
This whole 2-page spread is almost 100% wrong from what we've been shown up until now.
Okay, let's list the problems here.
Right. So in issue 4, we saw Iron Man get decapitated.
His kappa was fully detated.
Right, Ed Truck style. He's not decapitated here. He is totally fine. It looks like he's been taken out with a torso shot of some kind.
Okay.
His armor is exposed, and he's, you can see his skin through there. He's killed in a completely different way.
Continuity problems.
Spider-Man's head did not get smashed in with a rock. Garcia had him on the ground and bashed his head in with a rock. We saw a bloody aftermath. It was gross and a little scary.
It was definitely worse than just a little puff of hair coming out of his mask, which is what we see here.
He appears to be intact.
And standing. So he wasn't bashed on the ground.
No.
He was somehow suspended.
Still dead, though.
But dead. Yeah, the characters are dead, but this isn't how they went out. And what is this? Thor?
Yeah, I remember Thor getting turned into glass and shattered into little itty bitty pieces.
Thor shouldn't even be on this playing field right now.
No, he should be a bunch of sparkly bits on the floor, but no, he's there.
Okay, that doesn't make sense, but it gets worse because what the hell is Galactus doing up there?
Galactus is dead and hovering above this battlefield, which doesn't make any sense because Galactus is one of the cosmic beings that attacks Thanos in the following issue that we are about to cover, issue 5 of Infinity Gauntlet.
Wait a minute. He's not even supposed to be here.
No, Galactus is somewhere else.
Hold on. He's not the only character who isn't supposed to be here, but we're going to get to that because we have more characters that didn't die like this.
Wolverine's got his hand like stuck in the wall. He's hanging by one hand up on the wall.
This is cool. This is okay. Wolverine's dead, and his adamantium, because it's one of the strongest metals ever, got him suspended in air.
Yeah.
But here's the problem.
He got turned to jelly in the last issue.
Yeah, rubber adamantium would not hold him up. That doesn't make any sense.
No.
So that's not how he goes. And then Cyclops.
Yeah.
Okay, this is actually pretty cool shot of Cyclops with his head taken off, but wait a minute, this is not how Cyclops went out.
He had a nice little glass cube kind of put around his head, and it suffocated him pretty graphically.
But his head wasn't removed?
No, he was one intact being, just with a weird glass box on his head.
Okay, everything's wrong. Everything's wrong. But it gets worse because we have characters who aren't even supposed to be in the scene.
No, we got Doctor Strange. He's being like hung up by his cape. Kind of hung. It looks like it choked him a little bit. It's a little graphic and scary, but he's supposed to be back on planet Earth, time traveling back to Egypt, like we just covered in a recent video.
Yeah, he's not even here.
Hulk is also not supposed to be there. Hulk
is a wee lad right now.
He got shrunk down back in the sewers on Earth.
He's 6 inches tall right now in New York.
Mm-hmm.
In the sewer with the Abomination, you know, parting ways right now. How he got transported back there, because we left him off.
Doesn't make sense.
Okay, doesn't make sense. But you know what? It gets worse because Namor, he's supposed to be in dirt.
Him and She-Hulk got like enclosed in this weird moldy dirt, earthy looking substance in the last Infinity Gauntlet number 4. And he's just kind of there, spread out on the ground, not dirty.
With no She-Hulk nearby.
She's nowhere to be seen in this issue, which is another weird thing. Her body should be here laying on the ground as well.
And then the most egregious thing. Doctor Doom's cape is still there.
I thought you were going to say Drax and Firelord.
No, I'm not. That is pretty bad too. We're going to get to those, but
everybody's wrong.
Everybody's wrong. Okay. Doctor Doom, his cape, I mean, he was near nude in Infinity Gauntlet.
He got burned pretty bad.
He got burned, and all you see is like, he's just all full Doctor Doom.
All metal, all armor. His cape, cloak, his green, all the green on him was burnt up, man. He's just an Iron Man, so to speak.
And yes, Quasar is in the corner, gone in the pile that
Quasar's
he is.
Useless.
But he's accurate. He's just gone. We know he was gone.
Forgotten about in the background.
But what the heck is Drax and Firelord doing here? This is the most... You're right. I take it back.
They got
this is the most
teleported.
egregious. This is awful.
They were teleported back in time, back to planet Earth, back to dinosaur times. And they're here too. They're just chilling on the ground. They should not be here either. Everything is wrong. Everybody is wrong. None of this makes any sense. You have to kind of allow for the possibility that maybe Thanos is using the Reality Stone to paint a fake reality. This is one of the issues that was written by Ron Mars instead of Jim Starlin. So perhaps there was some miscommunication going on at the time.
Could be.
If it was any one thing that was wrong, I'd say, okay, we'll forgive him. It's a weird little mistake, but okay. But every single person here is...
Now, what we're going to be covering over this next few weeks is a small 4-issue saga, starting here with this issue of Thanos at maximum power.
Right.
He's going to be at the top of the food chain. And this is important. Why is this important? Because this is the first time we actually see progress to the story.
What do you mean?
This whole saga is about Thanos wiping the planet, wiping out the heroes, and starting something new. Genesis, the name of this issue. This is the start of Thanos' new universe, and you only get a peek at what his new universe is in these 4 issues of Silver Surfer, because when we pick up this story in Infinity Gauntlet, things are going to change, and it's going to change quickly.
There's not enough room in the main series to dig into some of these deeper side missions of sorts that the other characters go on. Like, we get to see Thanos in this issue. He says, let there be light, and he creates a whole new planet full of just mindless beings, humans that he creates. There's a scene where he creates just 1 billion new lives for no discernible reason. And Silver Surfer is very confused about this.
Thanos has this realization that all of his enemies are gone, and all that's left is now a worshiping death. What?
Kind of what he was sort of trying to do the whole time, I think.
This is the very first time we actually see death giving Thanos affection?
Yeah, that's another bone I have to pick with this issue is the depiction of death. She's suddenly a sexy lady in almost like a Princess Leia gold bikini, like clinging onto Thanos' leg in a very, very changed mindset that she's had the whole time. Even at the beginning of this issue, in that 2-page spread, she's up at the top, on top of the throne with her hood, just mysterious like she's always been. And then later, she turns into kind of like a pale blue-skinned, gold bikini-clad, just worshiper of Thanos, which doesn't make sense.
We've been waiting for this to happen. Thanos has been waiting the entire, it's been over 30 different issues that has alluded to this relationship that has been going nowhere. This issue marks the first progress we've seen in the Gauntlet series.
But it's given no real context, and it's out of nowhere. And I thought it might be Taraxia, like the woman that he created out of nothing a few issues back. But she was like purple. She had the same skin tone that Thanos did. And she was dressed completely different. She had long black hair, and this girl's got like wavier, brownish hair. They're different people, it looks like. He refers to this lady as Death also. So I'm just confused.
So Thanos now has a new view on what his task is going to be, because if he wiped out everything and all that's left is a dwindling universe because he's already got rid of half of it,
right?
What's there left to do? Like, how could he continue to make Death happy if there's nothing else for him to do? And then he realizes, hold on, I was thinking about this all wrong.
Let's change everything.
Let's just look at this a different way. What if we can make a factory of death? Instead of just wiping out half the universe, which we already did, kudos,
Factory of death.
Let's make it happen so that it just keeps happening over and over and over again. And that's why he makes a new planet. He takes this death throne and creates a new planet where he makes life.
He creates life.
He creates life. He's God now. He's creating life, but with one sole purpose.
To die.
And
over and over.
Happening over and over again. It's one constant line of death to worship death.
He's got like this big gladiator arena kind of thing where there's a trail, a line of people just waiting to get inside. And presumably they are murdered while they're inside there, but it's just a never-ending line of humans.
Now, he has an option to kill Silver Surfer or, what could be worse? What's like the biggest slap in the face you can do to Silver Surfer?
I'm going to make him my gimp and take away his powers.
Makes him his slave.
He gives him a collar. He's kind of got him on like a little leash.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's not looking good for old Surfy.
What is happening? Well, we're going to find out what Thanos' world looks like. This
death planet he made for no real reason that I can tell. Just out of nowhere, like, I'm going to make a planet now. I know I got the gauntlet. I know I killed everybody who's trying to stop me, but I'm going to completely change course here and make a planet and kill everything.
Pure nihilism.
That's what he says.
All right. Well, I'm excited to find out what happens, because if you don't read this 4-issue little break in the story, the story it's going to go really quick. Like, things are going to change really quick here. So this is the only time you view like Thanos as top dog, and we are going to get into it. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. We'd love to have you on board. We're going to be covering this story until it finishes.
We are going to do our very best to make sure that this makes as much sense as possible, because it's about to get real confusing right here.
Yeah, but we're doing it. We're doing every single one.
We're here to hold your hand.
That's right. Come along with us. It's a journey. We do appreciate your time today. And as always,
Geek responsibly.
Enough said. Thanks so much for watching the video. We are in California. Where are we going tomorrow?
Yorba Linda, I believe.
Yorba Linda Comic-Con. So if you're going to the convention, we'll be walking the show floor. He'll be set up. He's got some gold. Come say hi, and we will see you very soon.